Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. It's time for River City Speedway presents Dirty Thursday.
Woo!
Wait a second. I think we actually got the real deal here. Oh, that's a nice little cameo there. We got a little bit of a shake-up here. You hear the voice. I'm Dale Coulis, filling in the host chair for John Roberts. John, you were supposed to be off for the beet harvest today, but Mother Nature had other plans for you today.
Yep, she gave me the day off, and I figured I'd come and spectate.
Oh,
this is fun. I like this. Got a room full of great kids here, so this is going to be a good time.
Kids, I just turned 43 yesterday.
Oh boy, aren't you old?
Aren't you old?
Birthday.
I'm so old that when I was diagnosed with ADD when I was a kid, we didn't even have ADHD.
Yeah,
we had it in standard definition. Still pretty analog yet.
So what'd you do for your birthday? Anything fun?
I went down to Alexandria, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be filling in, doing some stuff for them on the PA and like in front of the house kind of thing. So we're riling up the fans. So
sure.
Went down there for a hockey game. That was pretty fun. They won 5-2.
Okay,
so.
What league is it, or who is it?
NE3HL.
Okay, yep. Okay.
3HL. We already see the comments coming in here. Nick, you got bested Corey this week, and I
gave him that one.
But hey, Corey, you're actually here, so you beat Nick.
Technically,
we're giving you the victory this week. I'm still surprised that Nick came in here last week.
I just looked at the door right now, actually.
When did he show up last week?
Yeah, he showed up. Corey and Nick Curtis both texted in at the exact same second. So I just said as a joke, okay, if one of you can make it in here into the studio, you're officially the winner, knowing both you guys are at work and all that. But Nick,
and one guy works in Fargo.
Yeah, an 80 miles difference. But then sure enough, 15 minutes later, Nick's banging on the door.
I wonder if Nick was on the clock.
He said he was on his break.
No, that was his lunch hour.
Okay.
But I should
give him a hard time.
I should get these introductions out of the way.
He typically goes to Joe Black's at lunch, but
Speedway Shots Photographers and Superior Customs co-host Stephen Lewis. How are you?
doing all right. How are you?
And you heard him here just a little bit ago. Happy belated birthday to Red River Kart Club announcer, Buffalo River Speedway announcer, and Red River Valley Speedway announcer, and, colleague at Superior Customs as well.
Yep.
Corey Litton, welcome.
Viking Speedway as well.
Yeah, Viking Speedway pit reporter. Still waiting to see, since I'm in the infield around all the cars and stuff out there, since they still pit in the infield, I'm still waiting for a fight to happen so I can call it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be fun.
And also like Underwood Ice Racing announcer?
That's right.
Oh, hey, there we go. I think I got him.
Underwood Lions Ice Racing, that's going to be starting up here in about 2 or 3 months.
Oh, man. Well, I just got to get a little bit more house cleaning out of the way here. If anyone have any questions or comments, please interact with us in the live chat. So we got comments rolling in there. Jeff Cornels, what's up from Southern Minnesota? Nick Curtis is just having a hoot. Kaylee Breitenbach, morning to some of my favorite peeps. Nick Curtis had lunch since my coworker was getting married last Saturday. I got his lunchtime. Mike Speaker, Corey, did you boo the Alaris Center on your way into this town?
No, I try to keep my voice in shape for this one. And being a Bison fan, by the way, I'm just happy to show up here and show you guys what number 1 looks like.
Is that game this weekend?
No.
Okay.
Well, today's show.
Thanks for the fake laugh, Steven.
Yeah.
We'll be right back here just to kick things off here in just a moment. Today's special racing movie spotlight. A little bit more about that in just a minute after these words from us at Grand Forks Best Source.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks Best Source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. You know, Grand Forks Best Source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks Best Source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks Best Source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks Best Source, giving the Forks their identity again.
All right, we are back. Welcome everyone to River City Speedway presents Dirty Thursday on a special racing movie spotlight. We're gonna be getting that into a little bit. Corey, I know we've been kind of banking this one for quite a while. I know you kind of pitched this idea to me. You said this is something you've been wanting to do for a long time.
Yeah, I had that show down in Fargo for a little bit, Checkers and Wreckers. I don't know why I'm plugging. I'm not on it anymore. But
It's a good show.
Our guys are still available.
right. But yeah, one of the bits that I wanted to do and didn't really have the chance to execute it was doing a lot of racing movies. And there's tons of them out there. You got to really look for them. And thankfully, you've done a heck of a job compiling this list out here, Dale.
With also a lot of help from you. I think you kind of gave me like 8 or 10 movies, and I thought of like 8 or 10 movies. And I think we kind of covered the spectrum, like maybe like a couple a decade, going back from like the 40s and 50s to current.
Yeah.
And from popular to obscure. So
That's right. Yeah. And a lot of these movies are great. We'll let everybody else decide too. Hopefully with this, we can get a lot more traction and with racing movies in general, a little more traffic to them. And maybe they'll start making better ones.
Yes. Hey, there are some diamonds in the rough, that's for sure. So,
but there are some that are just pure garbage.
Well, that's it. You know, we were talking earlier, and you guys are more movie geeks than I am. I got to stand up to watch a half-hour sitcom or I'll fall asleep. But some of these movies, like you said, they're garbage. And you start watching them, and then you go, wow, that kind of turns me off for any other racing movie, because they're, with us all being around it so much, a lot of these, it's like
We're a lot
that's
more-
not what they would be doing.
We're a lot
God,
more critical of things. For sure.
We're critiquing crap,
Yep.
and so it's like a hockey movie. Same thing. Find a good hockey movie where it's really, truly about the sport and the game and all of that. And it's the same with the racing ones, but there's still some good ones.
yeah, I think we'll be kind of breaking down each movie for like maybe a minute or two, and then I kind of was saying before the show, maybe we can see if we can come up with a group: 1 star, 2 stars, so-so, 3 stars, see it, 4 stars, must see it, 1 star being avoid, and then we can maybe, by the end of it, see if we can rate our top 3 or 4 movies, or maybe the handful or however many make it to the 4-star level. Got a comment coming in. Eric Rice, John, you excited about the corners getting banked up?
I'm just excited about racing again.
Yes.
You kind of get burned out at the end of the year a little bit. I never got that this year. I didn't feel it this year.
I don't know that I necessarily say they're banking them up necessarily.
Well,
It
they're
looked
just-
like they were just taking the dirt that got blown off.
right.
then
It's
mixing
getting
it-
modified
mixing
a
it
little
back
bit.
Yeah.
in.
No, they do this every so
Yeah.
often, because the track gets wider as the year gets on. I mean, a great way to talk about this is like when you come out of the opening gate there, right by the flag stand. Normally, it should be a drop of about a couple of feet probably or whatever. By the end of the year, it's about like this, because the dirt just keeps getting pushed out, and then it gets over the bank. So what they do is
All
they
the
come
stuff
and they
that
bring
goes
it back
over.
in. So
reclaiming it.
Right, reclaiming it. So they are, again, it is getting banked up if you think about it. But yeah, I mean, you can only do so much though. I mean, it gets too fast, and we've found that out.
Yes. Yep.
Gets me looking
And I
forward
believe
already.
that's who was doing, I think, and Doogie, if you're watching, he's probably sleeping, but he works with us in the beats too. I think it was World of Outlaw guys that did the work. If I might be right, I don't know, I might be wrong too, but I think that's who did it.
Yep.
Oh man.
So their guy.
So a nice little preview for next year. I know I should get this out of the way real quick. Track schedules we're kind of winding down here. There seems to always be at least a track running here, though, at least within a couple hours away here. Again, track schedules brought to you by Forks Karting Association. Catch the karts all summer long, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., located adjacent from River City Speedway on the Greater Grand Forks County Fairgrounds. For more info, visit Forks Karting on Facebook or their website, forkskartingassociation.com. The only local race, or kind of local race in the area, Steven, I forgot all about this. I think I know at least a couple of drivers going down there. The Topless Nationals in Ogilvie, and they got an interesting gimmick for that one. I don't know. You want to elucidate a little bit?
They've kind of built that one up over the years, and it's always been one of those things where everyone takes their roofs off and whatever. People love seeing that kind of thing.
I think it's cool.
The cars are topless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I told my wife yesterday.
It's kind of cold.
I was telling her, she was riding in the truck with me last night. I said, yeah, it'd be fun to go to Ogilvie to the Topless National. She's like, excuse me? What?
You do have to explain your way around it, like like I just didn't.
But you can see what these guys are doing. If they're really
Yeah.
sawing on the wheel, you can kind of see it. But
Guys and gals, I know McKenna Rommel's going to be racing that. I see, I guess speaking of that's Kaylee in the chat, Steven, pay close attention here. You might need some of those titles to help with the calendar contest.
So what she's What she's talking about there is JC Norgard's, what do they call it, Dirty Dozen calendar. And
Still waiting for my 2016
McKenna.
calendar.
McKenna won her heat race and had the most votes overall, so she's into the final round to make that this year. So pay attention to kenna.rommel.racing starting on Sunday and get your votes in there. But when it comes to the Ogilvy thing, I think last year might have been one of the first years they actually painted the wall pink too. So they've kind of turned it into a, October being breast cancer and that. So it's a really neat deal.
By the way, you
Switch
see
over
what
to
I'm
him.
sporting today? Oh. Pink Crocs for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, there we Good cause, good cause. I kind of, since we're kind of winding down here, I kind of listed a few of the national circuits here too, just for any World of Outlaws. Sprint cars are racing this weekend, kind of on a 3-track tour this weekend at Lincoln Park Speedway in Putnamville, Indiana on Friday, LaSalle Speedway in LaSalle, Illinois on Saturday, Angels Park Speedway in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin on Sunday. Alabama will host the NASCAR Truck Xfinity and Cup classes as they are all racing at Talladega Super Speedway this weekend as they continue their playoffs. And finally, Formula One is having their United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin,
Texas. Haven't done that yet. Okay.
Yes.
They usually get a huge crowd for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think usually they pair it with like a big concert too. Like I think in the past, Taylor Swift and all that.
That's where all the celebrities go and have no clue about auto racing at all. They're just there to be seen.
Yes.
Yeah, but
It's kind of weird driving down 35 when you're on your way to Corpus Christi and you look over to your left and it's like, what's over? Oh, Coda.
Yeah.
What's
Right
that
in the
weird
middle of
building
nowhere.
standing
But
out?
yeah.
Oh man, and NASCAR races that track too earlier in the season. It's fun watching them on the road courses too. And
They did better with it this year. They put in, I don't know, like some kind of a bus stop somewhere where they had a really long straightaway and it made for better racing. So
Well, they shortened it up a little bit too. They took some of the
Oh, it
corners
was
out.
way
The
too
very
big.
end,
Yeah.
the very end of the racetrack where it's like all the way over by the actual town of Austin. And they took that section out of it and they shortened it up and that made it for a little bit better racing.
yes, it did.
Some more comments coming in. Eric writes, John, shouldn't you be sleeping? You got to drive. Will you be driving tonight?
No, well, I start at noon. I go from noon to midnight, and we are off today. We get an update now. I just got a text. We get an update probably about noon tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get back out. So no, I'm not driving. I'm drinking Busch lattes.
River City's tracks, Gary Hill, and where's my plug for the pink Crocs?
And I was going to mention that, and I had told everybody it's obvious I'm a Croc guy, and Gary, of course, did some of the announcing this year with us at River City Speedway. Great voice, by the way. And I said, I'd like to get a pair of pink Crocs, but I can never find them in my size. You see them in kid sizes. And he texted me one day. I said, what's your address? I got a present for you. I'm going to send it in the mail. And here my pink Crocs were. So that's why I'm wearing them all month long.
Oh, man. You never have enough Crocs.
No. I'm up to like 20 plus pairs now.
Oh, man. Yeah, my brother was actually sending me some pics for some birthday present ideas. And I'm like, I'm surprised at all kinds of themes they have for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then you got to get the gibbets for them. Like the little racetrack and cars and checkered flags.
Okay.
But I'm still looking for sprint car stuff. So I'm wondering if they could be made with a 3D printer.
I would
They
assume.
have to be.
I would
They
assume
have to
so.
be. Or get some custom
It's
design.
amazing what you can make
sprint
with a
cars,
3D printer these days.
Yeah, well, you can see the Dirty Thursday thing up there. You can't see it. It's on the other side. But, that's some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, yeah, the epic chain necklace I think he debuted on, I think when we were at the Red Flag Lounge earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's right.
Kaylee, I guess, giving an update. Unfortunately, we will not be making it to Ogilvy this weekend. Big Daddy hurt his back, so between that and weather forecast, we opted to stay home. Froze last Friday in Fergus, and it'll be colder in Ogilvy this weekend. Good luck to all the guys going. Watch them Klassen boys. Oh, man.
Yep, Memphis and Malachi have become favorites of ours as time has gone on. So
had fun talking to them a couple times in the pits earlier this season. And,
the whole family's a riot. So
best of luck to them. Here's a little belated. I thought I'd mix it up. Instead of doing jokes, my neighbor tells me I was going to do trivia. My neighbor tells me because all of a sudden, Corey, I think I got a brain bender for you here. I have no idea. This is kind of wrestling and racing related. One's a little bit of a layup, and the other one, I'll quiz. This is for all of you. See who can get it here before the chat jumps in.
Unfortunately, I can already see the answer, but I think he'll get it.
Okay, so this one is from going back to the mid-'90s. Which former WWF, WWE wrestler portrayed a NASCAR driver? Bonus.
Bob Holly.
Hey, there we go.
Sparky
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Sparky Plug.
Bob Holly? You don't remember him?
No.
Super heavyweight Bob Holly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure it
The
is.
hardcore champion?
That's right, 24/7.
And he portrayed Dale Earnhardt?
I mean, kind of with his career, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess to give some legitimacy to his role, they actually have had him race in a NASCAR league.
Yeah.
But in the lower developmental leagues, can you name the type of class he raced for?
Was he in the Hooters Pro Cup or was it ARCA?
I eventually it rebranded a couple times. But
Arca West or Arca East or something?
The
or-
NASCAR All Pro Developmental League, that the Southeast division that ran
Southeast.
until 2006. At the
So,
time,
like,
it was called.
basically like Cars series now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I raced on
I was wondering if it
pavement.
was going to be something really obscure like the Goodies Dash series or
So-
something like that. But
I forgot about that
Yeah.
one.
From the old Monday Night Wars, Raw and Nitro. I don't know if you remember, they had a recurring segment on WCW telecast around this time. WCW Motorsports, where they had, hey, this week, here's how the WCW Motorsports car
Grissom.
ran. I was going to say, can you name one of the 4 WCW Motorsports NASCAR drivers?
Yeah, Steve Grissom was
Steve
one
Grissom,
of them.
remember that.
Steve
Kyle
Grissom.
Petty was one of them.
Yep, Kyle Petty's too.
Because they made a big deal about that one. That's I think the only ones I can really think of.
that was the NWO car.
Oh,
Yes.
yep, WCW car. and
I
then
knew there
the
was 2.
NWO
I didn't
car.
realize there was 4.
You may have to help me. I'm pronouncing this one here. Jerry Nadeau.
Nadu.
Oh, Nadu.
Oh, Jerry
Jerry
Nadeau,
Nadeau.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And
Forgot
one-
about him.
Both of these are going to piss me off.
Well, one last one. Jason
Leffler? No.
Keller.
Keller. Okay. Yes, Keller.
Oh.
Yeah,
In the 57 car.
and then some of them even got some victories. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, boom, boom, boom. Winston Cup, Busch Cup. Yeah,
They weren't Kyle Petty though. No. I don't think he ever wanted that.
No,
I don't think he won past the Felix Sabatis era.
I don't think he
The
did
mellow
either.
yellow car, I think, was his last
yeah.
win.
Steve Grissom won 2 races in the WCW
right.
car. So yeah, there you go. A little trivia there. Before we jump all into the racing movies here, Corey, I just want to catch up a little bit on you. Just recap your 2025 season. Obviously, you had a huge busy season, and you were even busy up until these last few weeks. You helped out with a couple one-off races.
Yeah, I just finished up in Minot actually last weekend for the Legends Dirt Nationals out there, which was a pretty wild event out there. Pretty good event. Always great to be back at the playground of power, or is Larry McFall up there? The playground of power.
Oh gosh, I cannot.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's great. I love Larry. He's a character. But yeah, I got to do that. But along with that, yeah, weekly was in Fargo, Alexandria. I actually cut my schedule back quite a bit, and as of last weekend, that was my 72nd race of the year. So
72
yes.
races in 1 year.
I'd like to pick
Wow.
up more.
That's about 30 down from what I normally am.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've averaged over 100. Actually, right around. I've averaged 108 races a year for the last 15 years.
Dang.
Coming
Oh,
into
wow.
this year.
Oh man.
We've both cut back, and he's still always 20 ahead of me.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a 55 this year, but even that year, like 2017, I was at 109. You did like
127.
30 or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh man! Now you had quite. I am jealous. At Buffalo River Speedway, you were able to get the Lightning Sprint Nationals in and the King of the Wing in. Unfortunately, Mother Nature got the best of us there.
Yeah.
Can only imagine. It must have been great calling the action there.
It was pretty cool to get to call Teamez getting a win out there in the 305s with the Superior Custom Sprint cars, because he damn near gave me a promotion by almost taking Mike Speaker and Nick Staska out in Ada the opening night.
Yeah.
In hot laps, like first lap of the night. His steering column broke and he went straight into the wall. And if you watch the video that he has of that, there's someone saying, "You all right? You good, man? You good, man?" That's Mike Speaker, because he
Oh,
was
wow.
that close
Right
to it.
there.
And it was
Wow.
within seconds
That
of
audible.
that hit.
Hey, you can see the GoPro in the car where you could tell the car had just broke. You see 2 little dots in the distance, and I knew they were standing there because I was shooting infield in
Yeah,
3 and
yeah.
4. So my first thought, because I only shoot 3, I don't shoot all the way through 3 and 4, and he goes through 3 and he's just full bore, and then behind you hear this just metal hitting metal sound. I whipped around and I didn't even know what to say. I was like, where are they? So I had the same thought as you. I was like, is Speedway Shots mine now?
I didn't even think about that till well after, because I'm over in turn 2 and I didn't even see it. I'm listening on the receiver and I hear red, 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 and I also had the radio feed from the racetrack out there because they do racing on the radio, and I'm like, red. I'm like, what the hell? Who's missing? And I didn't know until Mike and Nick got back into the infield that they had that brush with death out there. I mean, that was.
I knew right
pretty
away.
nuts.
I was just like, please tell me they saw that coming and got out of the way. And we joke about it now later, but it was really scary when it first happened.
That's funny when that happens.
Everyone involved.
It's not funny, and we keep getting off track. But I remember one time when I was still infield, announcing at River Cities, Dobmeyer went off 3 and 4 and launched. I mean, it was one of them ones where one of his many, unreal crashes. And I happened to be pretty much one of the first ones to get there. I ran across, and he's getting out of the car, and he looked at me kind of goofy, and he started walking away. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he just looked at me, and I grabbed him by the helmet, and I said, "Are you okay?" And he just kind of turned around, and then I hit him again. I go, "Hey, are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then he took off running. I mean, basically running. And so I called him the next day. I go, "Remember talking to me?" And he goes, "Huh?" Right. No. I go, "What were you running from?" Well, he didn't want the ambulance, because if they would have got to him and said, "You're taking a ride, buddy," he instead beat it and got back into the pits. And maybe that's a story I shouldn't be telling, but that's just the way these guys are wired.
I don't think there's a statute of limitations on that one. So I think you're okay.
Some more comments rolling in. Amanda Joel Enright. Oh my gosh, what a great studio of people today. Kaylee Breidenbach, you almost beat Trey Hess, Corey. I think he's at 91 races or something. That guy's putting in some miles.
He's put a lot more money into it than I have. Yeah.
What's he? Ontario, Montana, everywhere.
Yeah, now that he's moved to Thunder Bay, it's a little more expensive to travel around for him. But,
And it's nice, too. It's different because you're guaranteed a check when you go to the racetrack.
That's but that doesn't mean I'm getting paid a lot.
No, it doesn't.
We still lose money as announcers.
Oh, yeah.
Corey, a couple last questions here before we shift over to talking about movies here. For your 2025 season, I'm sure you've got to call a ton of great races here and a ton of moments. Just kind of just curious about just a couple of highlights to spotlight from the season, from just moments or races or just battles that stood out to you this season.
Well, I would have to go back to a lot of points battles we had. I still try to sell points battles. A lot of people kind of blow that off, but usually the people that blow the points battles off as nothing usually lose them. One of the things that kind of stands out in my mind is Ryan Rested winning the track championship at Red River Valley Speedway. He raced many years in the old half mile, and he's the winningest B-mod driver in the history of that racetrack, all the way from the Wissota days to the half mile days, all the way up to now. He's been there pretty much, he's been there in all facets of that business since he started racing, and he got his track championship. He has, I think he said he had over 15 second place finishes in points, and finally got the track championship this year. So that was a pretty big thing. That kind of stands out in my mind. We had a lot of close battles towards the end. Stuff like Sean Johnson winning, or Jesse Skalicki winning the modified track championship in Fargo. Finally, he finished second place several times to Dave Shipley, and this year he finally got over that hump and got that track championship. And
got the monkey off his back.
Always great to see somebody that started in the go-karts move up and get all the way up to the one of our highest levels at our local stuff, and still get it done on the track championship. And I mean, we had stuff like the great battle out in Alexandria was for the modifieds out there, Brady Gertis and Dusty Bitson. Those two, every week, you can pretty much guarantee it's one of those two is going to win. And going back there like I did, like I have in my lifetime, all the way back to the 80s when the modifieds first started up in the area, and seeing drivers like Ryan Music, Dave Stork, Scott Hillig all battling back and forth, this is the same kind of rivalry. It's a lot of professional respect between the drivers, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great racing, good, clean, hard racing. And between the two of them, you're not going to find better drivers between the two of them, because Dusty Bitson, I know he won the track championship in Fergus also. Those two just every week is just flip a coin to see who's going to win that one between the two of them. And great people too. Along with that, Travis Ingebretson getting over the hump, finally starting to get some wins, and then he rattles off 4 in a row to start the season. He wins the track championship. That was always fun. Red River Kart Club. Steven Ader had a really tough year this year.
I was going to ask how the Steven Ader did for you.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Between his wheels falling off, running out of gas, blown motors.
rolling again.
Yeah, rolling. Along with losing the wheel. I wish we would have had the picture in here. I think that we had it. I wish we had the picture here today, but Mike, get on it. Send a picture to Steven or somebody so we can put it up on the screen. But Steven Ader, while the cart was on its side, he was trying to save it. He's trying to steer out of it.
Salvage it by any means necessary.
Missing his left rear tire and everything. And there's another shot from that same incident where he's looking directly at it as it's bouncing towards him.
Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, we had some great racing out there too. There's a bunch of younger kids coming up again, which is great. I mean, we're down in numbers in the karts, but we've gained so many at the big track. I think at one point we had 35% of the drivers that raced at the Red River Valley Speedway were all drivers from the Red River Kart Club era. Not even counting the people from before that.
Yep.
And that's a huge stat. And almost every one of those drivers had some kind of success or finished towards the front.
I think we had some move to Forks Karting Association this year. I want to say the Corinthus.
Yes.
I got to talk to them once after they got some wins earlier this year, and got to talk to them. And yeah, I'm like, oh, hey,
Good
how do you
kids.
guys like this coming from Red River Kart Club? So yeah, great to talk to them. And you know, you brought up, you know, people moving from karts to the full track, and I'm a little jealous. You know, Buffalo River Speedway, you know, McKenna Rommel and Jersey Rosinski both got their first full-size track wins out there. And you got to call it.
And I got to call both of them, which I find that I take that as a big honor. And you know, the way McKenna's been racing, I had no idea it was her first win. The way she's been running, and I apologized immediately afterwards when I didn't realize it was her first win.
Yeah,
because she's just been so solid as a racer, and I'm used to calling her from go-karts too. So it's like when she got her first big track win, I didn't sell it properly in my mind.
When you talk about that, it's funny because I've got to interview like Rusty Wallace, Kenny Schrader, Kinzer, Schatz, you know, all of those guys. And people are like, wow, that's got to be pretty cool. Who's your favorite one? And I said, first-time winners.
Yes.
You know, guys like running with NOSA. You know, I can still remember Mitch Mack. You know, these guys that are so close for so long. And then he finally wins the feature, and I'm down at rideoutcars.com Victory Lane, and he's like, well, okay. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? You just won. He goes, yeah, it's okay,
You know,
I guess, you know. And
I bet the one that I remember the most is when David Glennon won. I think it was 2013, and he'd been with us since '98 or whatever. And
Former Castleton native.
Yeah, and when he won, he was a little more verbose than he usually is, but still not as much probably as you were thinking that he would be.
Right.
But I'm upstairs. I'm still scoring the racer. I'm losing it for him. And how are you not more excited than I am? Despite, you know,
I had some of those moments with with drivers like that too. Ryan Urich for his first B-Mod win. He's like, I got that monkey off my back. I'm like, oh, okay. But
I'd make sure I had a Busch Latte in Victory Lane and be shaking that thing up. And
the one that kind of surprised us all this year was when he got his first one, he was emotional about it. And then he went down to Fargo, and that was another one you got to call. And he didn't really say very much, but he's kind of low key anyway. Was when Weston started winning.
Yeah,
and he's kind of a guy. A few words when he has a microphone.
Yeah.
Like he'll talk to you in the pits.
He is,
and that kind
great
of thing.
kid
But
though.
Yes, yeah.
But you know, he's still playing like football and baseball and doing all this stuff. You know, he's still being a kid, and I like that. That
was one of my favorite nights this year because we got rained out here at 3:30. We rescheduled for 4:30 at Red River Valley Speedway.
Yeah.
And then we also had NLRA, and both features were awesome. So we had the Strand and TPO show again.
Yeah,
and then we had Weston and Mark.
I would say that night alone is probably one of my favorite nights of racing that I got to see this year out of the 72 because the racing was just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was controlled mayhem too. All of a sudden they threw all this stuff in there, extra stuff for you guys, and gosh, I wanted to go down there so bad and check it out, but
they started out. They rolled the legend heats out, and everyone's just getting unloaded in the pit area, and they're trying to do engine heat while they're staging their regular night of racing.
Yeah.
So hats off to the whole crew down there for allowing us to do that. But it just ended up being a really neat night.
That late model feature was awesome.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was
man. Yeah.
incredible.
That was
Strand and TPO putting on a show out there. That was one of the best ones I've seen out there.
Well, all year long, Strand and TPO. Yeah, all year long, you know.
And they put a cap on it last weekend again with another classic.
To like 1 or 2 a.m. or something like that, or
it ran late. But it was one of the only times it ever did.
Yeah,
no, it was only so we'd have been done right at midnight, but I don't remember what happened to Andrew. Yoakum, he flipped his stock car.
Oh yeah, he flipped. He was okay.
And it was like 2 to go. He flipped in turn 1, And then once they got it cleaned up, they got the 2 laps, and it was quarter after midnight. So it wasn't,
Well, not too
considering
bad,
you added a class at 4:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say adding a class, but like more like
it's
special
not-
circumstances, and
Yeah.
everyone knows what they're getting themselves into. Let's have a special, fun, long night and help another track out.
I got one more highlight from this year, and this one's really kind of it's a big one for me because. And a little selfish in a way, but I got to call something that I never thought I would get to do because his career kind of at one point ended right around the time when I just kind of got into the booth. But I got to call wins and a track championship for the 00 Mitch Johnson.
Oh,
which
that'd be cool.
Out of Buffalo River
Yeah,
Speedway,
that'd be
or
pretty cool.
2025 track championship.
Yeah.
You know, if you would have told me, back when I first got started, Mitch is still winning out there, I would have said I haven't seen it.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, he came back with a vengeance this year. And
is that Mitch Johnson Jr.? I mean, it's like, wow,
well, I know it's not Angie. I mean, I've seen her in action, but just kidding, Angie. I know you got talent, but that was pretty awesome. Get to see that and be a part of that, and get to interview one of my heroes as a kid. That's. Not to just talk about the go-kart kids going up. That's great. It's great because you know there's going to be a bright future in racing, but then get to see some of the old guys from back in my childhood do something awesome.
Oh, so many special moments. Thanks for sharing us some of your highlights for 2025, and hopefully onward and forward, bigger and better for 2026.
Like I said, we got ice racing coming up in just a couple of months.
That's right, ice racing. Let's do it. All right. Well, we are joined by Corey Litton, announcer for Red River Kart Club, Red River Valley Speedway, and Buffalo River Speedway, and Underwood Ice Racing, and Viking Speedway, and possibly more.
I got some hockey that's coming up too. So
That's right, hockey. And also, John Roberts is here too, and so is Stephen Lewis. We'll be back talking all about racing movies right after these words from Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Well, when it comes time for an oil change, stop into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Most changes are done in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change does more too. Tranny and coolant flushes, tire rotations, and batteries. And included in your oil change, they're going to top off your fluids, check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, and cabin air filter too. And you get discounts for fleets and the military. They can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source and get $10 off your oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're open Monday through Saturday with no appointment needed. Pickup and delivery is also available if you live in Grand Forks. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is now hiring. If you'd like to join their team as an assistant manager, customer service rep, or lube tech, stop in to find out more. Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a complete oil change and more. They're at 3325 South 38th Street, or call them 701-780-8462. And make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you.
Hey, we are back here on River City Speedway Presents Dirty Thursday. I'm Dale Coolis, filling in the host chair here, joined by John Roberts, who was going to be off today, but Mother Nature said, no, come back to the studio.
You guys sucked me in.
That's right.
No, what a crew though.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Can we get a shot of his shirt?
I was
sorry.
getting hot. I had to take the.
That's cool.
It's a baseball player that says touchdown. I'm
Touchdown.
sorry, that made me laugh.
My team's out, so I mean,
Yeah.
and I have two baseball teams, but luckily, I don't pay attention to anything on that until after the All-Star break, because that's when I figure out. That's when you figure out.
Well,
if
they
your
play
team's gonna be good.
900 games a year,
That's like watching hockey now.
Yeah.
Like I'm already getting upset at games. It's
Well,
like we're 2-1.
It is,
like,
but
who
it isn't
cares?
because I love watching hockey.
Yeah,
I just not. My kid played 5 years of pro baseball. I couldn't sit through a doubleheader with a cooler full of beer and a lawn chair in 85 degrees, but I'll freeze my ass up in Canada
Well, that's
watching
why when,
hockey all weekend long.
That's why when the Twins lost the deal with when it went to Bally Sports or whatever the heck it is, and
Now
like,
is
you
it
gotta- you
FanDuel
gotta pay-
Network?
yeah, and you got to pay like $99.99 a month, and I was like, I'm not paying that to watch them for the 2 days
Yeah.
that I have
I
off
still get
during the week.
DirecTV
Like,
still carries the Twins, so
yeah,
that's kind of nice.
I'm only gonna watch them on a Monday and Tuesday
Yeah.
for that
Alright.
price now.
Now, I did get word during the break that we had a couple special requested photos come in that I believe producer Paul, shout out to him, will be queuing them up. And Corey, I understand you can provide context for these. Paul, I'm ready when you are.
All right, so
That's a
there we
great
got
pick.
Stevenator. I was wrong earlier. It was his right rear that he lost in this one. He did lose his left rear in a separate incident.
He is indeed still trying to save it,
But
though.
if you look, you look at the arms out there, and he has not lifted off of the
The right
accelerator.
foot is just mashed.
Nothing is touching the brakes. I mean, that might as well be touching the ground.
He's literally running the cushion. At this
He should be riding a crotch rocket, taking a corner. That's because he's
That is-
leaning into it.
That is all up on the rub bar and the little chassis bar that you have
Yep.
there. There's nothing's touching underneath. No wheels are touching at all. And he did land it. And then I think he tried to drive away. You could see him.
Oh, man.
You could see him actually after that happened. You could see him.
Now, is
actually
his elbow
stopping
like
the
about
gap.
a half an inch off of the asphalt? It looked
Yeah.
like it didn't look like it was quite touching, but yeah.
Oh man.
He did get a few wins this year, and I believe he won that night. They put the right rear on there because that was a heat race, and he came back to win that night.
Wow.
So you know what this means, though. Next year he's gonna have
Thank
to
you,
do
Paul.
it again and win because that's 2 years in a row he's rolled in his heat and then come back and won.
Oh gosh,
So-
Stevenator, get it? Does he still make it to Fargo Force games?
Yes.
I'm gonna Stevenator. If you're watching, track me down. I'm gonna be there on Saturday, so I'll have to track you down. I hear he brings a drum and just goes
Yeah,
to
he
town.
has a drum and one drumstick, and we're going to start a GoFundMe to get him a second drumstick so that he can play
God.
Wipeout.
Oh, hey, there we go. There's a little drum.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom. All right, racing movies. Here we go. Landon James saying happy belated birthday, Corey. Mike Crotty watching from Grafton. Welcome, guys. Let's talk some racing movies. We're just going to do a minute or two each. Maybe for some of the bigger ones, may go just a smidge longer here. But I got us a list here, and I got around to watching. I think I got distributed these out about a few weeks ago. I got around to about watching half of them. Corey, you gave me about 10. I kind of came up with another 10. I'm sure we're missing some. So if people in the chat want to comment about the movies we're talking about or ones we may be missing, please. It's this show is for everyone. Let's hear what you have to say. But let's start it off. 1988 film. Corey, you clued me into this film early in the year. Born to Race, early NASCAR movie I had no idea about until you told me. So please tell us about Born to Race.
I don't know how I actually found this, to be honest with you, but this is definitely one of those movies where, it is an early NASCAR. It's actually the Sportsman Series era.
Sportsman Series era.
It's not even the top level NASCAR, but it's Born to Race. You can watch it for free on YouTube. I believe it's on Prime also, and it's about an hour and 38 minutes. The only person in here that I could think of that one person at this table would recognize that stars in this movie is George Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
From
Yeah.
from the Naked Gun movies. But there's Marla Hensley, Joseph Bottoms, Robert Logan, Mark Singer. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Mark Singer is the only other person you probably really recognize if you saw him because he was the Beastmaster.
Yep.
If you remember those
Okay,
movies.
yeah, the Beastmaster.
Dirk Blocker is in there. If you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Andy Samberg, he's in there. He was Scully. And he has a big part in this movie. It's basically a driver named Alec Pagura is a NASCAR star looking for another win. Andrea Lombardo is an inventor who needs a driver for her cutting-edge engine technology. She plays an Italian person.
It's not like an engineer, some cutting edge
yeah.
technology.
Yeah, she's got some cutting technology that's gonna start. It's gonna revolutionize the sport of NASCAR. Well, George Kennedy and the Beastmaster, they try to steal it. They kidnap her to steal her technology for this. And if this is starting to sound like an Austin movie, well, have I got more for you? It gets going for a while. Once you realize this, like the first few minutes is racing action. All the sequences look almost shot for shot like what they used in Days of Thunder for the actual racing sequences that don't really show much, but they show the speed and everything like that and the feeling of racing, which those shots, awesome. Absolutely worth watching the movie just for those alone. But the acting and everything, basically everybody else in the movie, they're all television actors that got cast in a movie, and it comes off as a bad TV movie.
Yeah.
It comes off as a TV movie with swearing.
So what do you go, 1 to 5 stars? You want to do that? And what would you give it? What would you give it from 1 to 5?
I got 1 to 4 stars
Okay.
here. This is unfortunately definitely a 1-star avoid. I mean, like I said, Corey, I loved I did love the racing scenes in the opening 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, the opening race and the end race, the last race at I believe Charlotte. I got.
You get Charlotte and Hickory. You get it's a good time frame. Basically, it's a snapshot in time.
I was thinking of maybe upgrading it to 2 stars just for those bit, but like the rest of the 80% of the movie in between is, oh my god, oh
the wreck
no.
at the end of it was amazing.
Yeah, the racing scenes. If people just watch it on YouTube and check out the first 10 minutes and the last 10 to 15 minutes, you're in for a good time, and just skip everything else.
And once you realize that actually 80% of the movie, I did the math on this too. All but 20 minutes of the movie is shot as an actual flashback. So out of 98 minutes, there's 20 minutes of actual, you're in the moment. Everything else is actually just a flashback leading in the middle of the whole movie.
Maybe I might dig that movie.
Yeah. So I mean, if you actually just watch the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, it's a pretty good short film.
It's funny how that works. First 10 minutes and last 10 minutes. Everything you see on the preview, coming soon, and it's the best parts of the movie you see in the preview, and then that's it.
Yeah, and
I would argue giving it a 3 just because sometimes there are movies that are so bad you just love them.
This is
It's
one of
like
them. This
oh,
is
is
one of
this
them.
like
is
big
like-
campy
this is
movie?
definitely one of them.
this is like the third Beverly Hills Cop. Like it's a train wreck, but you watch it every time it's on, kind of thing.
It's not as great as the movie The
So-
Room, but yeah, I would put it in the
gosh,
3-star.
Room. I know what you're talking about there. Oh man.
So-
Oh gosh. Yeah.
See, I'm writing these down because I haven't seen some of these movies.
Corey,
so.
you think you're the most familiar with it? Would you be fine with 3 stars for Born to
I'm
Race?
fine with 3 stars on it because it's one of those that if I'm looking for something to watch and I see it and I go past it, I'm like, I never search for it on purpose anymore after seeing it. But if it comes across and I can't think of what to watch, I put it in.
All right, Born to Race. And make sure when you look for it on YouTube, make sure it's the one in 1988. There's like 3 or 4 movies called Born to Race. So
And they're worse. They are worse.
Oh yeah. I think one's motorcycles, I want to say, and
they're all pretty
one's
bad.
another was streetcar racing. But let's move onward and forward. 1979 kind of documentary called Dirt, free to watch on YouTube as well. Corey, this is another one you clued me into. I did get a chance to watch this one as well. It's a 1979 documentary about off-road racing, directed by Eric Carson and Cal Naylor. Fred Corden is your host. He kind of follows the off-road racing circuit. Why don't you tell us what stood out about this one to you?
To me, I mean, it's another one of those things that's a great snapshot in time. Just kind of shows what what racing was like at that moment, and how it was when off-road racing really
A
exploded.
lot of Volkswagen Bugs, Beetles
Yes.
out there racing. Yeah, I remember seeing that now.
Yes, it's a good one. The music is
The music really
of its time.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, and the way it played, where it showed just random racing with dune buggies, tractors, motocross, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. You go to just some kind of backyard, like little dirt bike thing, all the way up to the Baja 1000.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool how they go about all this and put it on display. And it is definitely, like I said, a snapshot in time.
yeah. I really.
Most of these on the list are.
And the way this documentary is shown, like the host gets into some fun behind the scene antics with like some of the promoters or some of the drivers, just being like, "Hey, check this out," or "Hey, here to check out some of this scenery," and just the way it's kind of mostly a documentary, but also a little bit of a kind of just let's have some fun here at the.
That's wacky.
Yeah, wackiness.
It shows the fun of what we do. What racing is. It shows how fun it is.
So what are you guys feeling on Dirt? I'm kind of in the 3-star range. I'm thinking like low 3-star, high 2 stars.
I'm right around the 3-4.
3 or 4,
3
yeah.
or 4.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.
3?
For
Same.
sure. Yep.
Okay, Dirt. 3 stars. Some comments rolling in. Forks Paul, Death Race 2000 with Sly Stallone might be the worst race movie ever. Kevin Pappenfuss, Grand Prix was a great movie, about 3 hours long.
And that's funny.
Which
'cause
where
that's
we lead
next
right
on
into
the
that.
list.
That's
So-
a solid lead in.
Yeah,
All right.
actually, Grand Prix. Next one on our list from 1966. I did not get a chance to watch this
I
one.
was 1.
I
I was not.
You were not. None of you were.
All 3 of you guys seen this?
So James Garner's in this one. It's one of those ones when you go back and watch it, you have to remember the technology they had at the time.
Yep.
However, when you do factor that in, it is still shot very well.
Yes.
As far as, like you said earlier, like speed element and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a really good movie. And for being so early on, at that point, there weren't a ton of racing movies then as we go down our list.
I got for the synopsis, this American Grand Prix driver Pete Aaron is fired by his Jordan BRM racing team after a crash at Monaco that injures his teammates. Corey, is this how is this rate among for you?
Oh, this goes up on the Mount Rushmore for me.
Yeah.
And going back to the realism of the thing, it was so realistic. Lorenzo Bandini was one of the people that they brought in, technical advisor. He picked out the spot where he thought the best crash at Monaco would be able to be filmed. That's the spot that he died.
Wow.
In real life. That's how realistic and to the point.
Very foreboding.
Yeah,
Oh man.
It's really kind of sickening to think about, but I mean that just goes to show you how technically advanced that movie was for its time.
There's so many tight turns on there, and then even just some visually dazzling scenery there at the from the tunnel to just all the very just out of this world chicanes and everything that track has.
Yeah, and that's the scene at Monza also. I mean, you get to see them actually racing on the Monza Oval along with the regular full-size racetrack out there. It's just incredible.
Oh man, I could. This is another one. I don't think I saw it on any streaming services. It was, or at least available, or I don't know if it was available to rent.
You can get that on Prime. You can buy it on Prime.
That's like the one I don't have. Oh man.
So it's been a while since I've actually seen it, but I'm gonna steal a John Mulaney joke here. I was flipping through Turner Classic Movies one day, and I saw this movie on Turner Classic Movies because I was not an athletic child.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
All
anyway.
right.
Yeah.
So how are we feeling about Grand Prix rating wise?
Oh, I'd put it up at the top 5.
Top 5.
Give it a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
Grand
a
Prix.
4-star
Steven,
for
yeah.
sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
100%.
Must see for Grand
Must
Prix.
see. Yes.
1966. Find it on Amazon Prime. Next up, see Forks Paul commenting in Stroker Ace and Cannonball Run. I have seen Cannonball Run. It's been forever. Does that count as a racing movie, or is that more of a treasure hunt?
Would you?
It's no six-pack.
It's no six pack. Oh man.
That's not even the best Hal Needham movie.
Oh man, I
Hal
know.
Needham,
I
wow.
did not see the sequel. I heard the sequel to Cannonball Run is abysmal, but who knows? I remember loving the original, but it's been forever. Dave Stork saying watching from Morris.
Heck, look at that.
Kevin,
I know that guy.
What's up, Dave? Kevin Pappenfuss, didn't that star the in-car camera?
You know,
He's talking about
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that probably did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
The old original onboard camera.
Which
there
for
we go.
1966, I mean, just think about that.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's a long cord they got to run.
the Kennedy assassination isn't even in color on
Right.
on television. Like
Right.
like nothing was in color
But
back then. except
remember
for
back in the
movies,
day,
but-
though, when they first started with the in-car camera, there was a lot of times it would just all of a sudden, blah, you couldn't see anything.
Oh, really?
But imagine the
cut
technology
out a
that's
lot.
prepared
That's
now.
why Dirt Vision last weekend, in the last couple of weeks, they've started doing in-car, and it looks actually really good. It
Yeah.
doesn't break out
Wow.
and all that. So
Come a long way. And then, and we can see so more even with Mason Aaron with all his mini onboards he
You're
does
right.
all the time too.
Right.
The technology it's there. Next up, Le Mans 1971. This is one I really wanted to see. I heard it's a classic with Steve McQueen as Michael Delaney with 2 car racing champions, American and a German, face off on the world's hardest endurance course, Le Mans in France. Anyone here seen this one?
Here's-
Oh, yeah, I have.
Here's another one from Turner Classics. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Steve McQueen in any way.
No, you can't.
Bullet, of course, the car chase of all car chases. So, there's really not much more to say. I mean, it's going to be a 4-star.
I remember
but-
hearing so much renown for this movie over the years. It's one, and again, it's another one I couldn't find, at least for me, I couldn't find on any streaming services, unless it's on Prime.
You're gonna have to get Prime.
Oh, okay, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, there's so
I would
much.
Put that one to the top of the list too,
Top of the
because
list.
I mean, just
Yeah,
from an
it
aesthetic
is.
standpoint, the shooting,
Just-
the
it's-
shots. I mean,
It's so funny on the list they got put next to each other. It's like those are literally 1 and 2 for me as we go down the list.
Yeah.
But
John, you said you familiar with this as
Yes,
well, Le Mans?
Yes. And it's I like the story because didn't he wreck really bad?
there
I
was
think, and he
somebody
had to
that did
come back.
ended up losing a leg.
Yeah, and it was about him. He was kind of didn't know if he wanted to come back or not, and did. But it's a good movie. And he
Kind of like one of those. It's
Steve McQueen
actually,
is just cool. You
a
know?
lot of the plot line in that was used in Formula One, the movie that just came out, because a driver who is a loose cannon, or he could be a liability. All things that have been described about me before. Well, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's basically a lot of that same premise. A driver that is trying to make a comeback. He's got something to prove. but more to himself
Right.
than to anybody else, because he could care less about anybody else. But yeah, it's a great movie.
I think it's 4 stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 stars.
And one of the fun facts about that is there's a half hour of any of the footage in that before any of the actual main characters have a line.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's all the only people
stuff.
speaking a line are like the track announcers, safety workers, or anything like that. You don't actually get anything out of Steve McQueen for over a half hour.
It's all about the racing. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get a subscription to Prime coming off after this year. Oh man,
I'll send you a more list of movies on there.
oh bring it. Next up here. This is one I was able to rewatch. It's free to watch off Tubi. It's Winning the Racing Life of Paul Newman, a documentary first came out in 2015. I saw it back then. I rewatched it for this, and I'm so glad I did. For those that didn't know, Paul Newman, a lot of people associate him with his renowned acting career. You know, Academy Award-winning director, I believe, or no? Am I thinking
Director,
for
actor,
ordinary people?
the whole bit.
All of it.
I saw him race actually in Brainerd.
Oh, it's
Pretty cool.
At the road course.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great look at his racing career, and I guess at least on my end, just for some of the big takeaways watching this a second time, I was like, oh wow, this interviews some of his acting colleagues, a lot of insights from Robert Redford in here, along with a lot of his racing colleagues, with like Willie Tibbs on how much of an impact Newman was for his career, for him getting his big break and just breaking down walls in IndyCar.
Yep.
And just how he had this really fleshed out how he rose through the amateur ranks and the pro ranks in the 70s and 80s. And just want to hear from you guys, just thoughts on this film or just your memories of Paul Newman racing.
I think it's a good one, just in the fact that also he got into racing because of a movie called Winning that he was in that was about IndyCar racing, and he he always had those comparisons between him and Steve McQueen, and the difference all the time was Steve McQueen was the one that actually looked like he could do it, and could do it and would do it, and Paul Newman decided, you know what, F that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it too. So
then he ended up owning Newman Haas Racing, Kona, and a lot of people don't realize, that's where the Newman came into Haas.
That's right.
But he was good. When you try to compare them, like you're talking about Steve McQueen and Paul Newman, Steve McQueen was just the guy that would like, okay, we want you to get on this old motorcycle here and be like Evel Knievel and try to jump this. He has no business jumping this ditch, but do it. And he would do it. And Paul Newman would go, I don't think that would work. It's like, no, I'm going to put a little more thought into this. And so there was a little bit of a difference there, but Paul could drive.
And then rewatching this the second time around, I completely forgot about the scenes about how he brought Tom Cruise along to get a little bit of a racing career in for a couple of years after those two filmed Color of Money. I completely forgot about that. And all of a sudden, I was like, oh, wait, he has some credentials for another film we'll be talking about later on in the show.
It's in the way that you use it.
Yeah, gosh. And then I guess Newman getting a win at age 70 in the 24 Hours of Daytona in 1995. It's like, wow. Yeah, all kinds of fun facts learning this. And yeah, this gets the highest of ranks from being easy 4 stars.
Absolutely. Yep.
Any last thoughts before we move on here?
Well, no, I thought you mentioned him being of an older age. He went out to Paris Auto Speedway on his 70th birthday and got into a USAC CRA non-wing 410 sprint car.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
On a half mile. And I want to try this.
Oh.
Made Open Wheel magazine and all that back then. So.
Oh, man.
He was always, it wasn't just, he was always trying something. So.
All the love to Paul Newman. This was a big treat to watch. Again, free to watch off Tubi, Winning the Racing Life of Paul Newman. Some people commenting in the chat. Mark Sin, the original Gone in 60 Seconds. I've never seen the original. Is that a racing movie? I love the one with Nicolas Cage. I've seen that many times over the years. Is the original Gone in 60 Seconds, is that a racing movie?
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet either.
All right, I'll have to add that one to the list. Mark Sin, The Last American Hero, Junior Johnson story starring Jeff Bridges.
Another good lead-in.
And that's actually the next one we'll be talking about, but let's get these other couple of comments in. Terry Blacklance, funny moment, the night in Greenbush when B-Mod A-Mod driver Chris Edmonds won his first ever feature. He was just about to strip down to his tighty-whities and run down the front straightaway like Will Ferrell on Talladega Nights. He started to unzip and pull his race suit off when the photographer told him he maybe not or he might get disqualified. It was a good laugh as it really looked like he was going to do it. Oh, man, Talladega Nights.
Double dog dare ya.
Oh,
Josh
gosh.
Johnson just gave one I can't believe that I didn't think of.
Yeah, I know. I same thing.
I know that
I've watched
movie
it.
like the
It's tough to
back of
find
my hand.
Yep.
I've never seen this. Josh Johnson saying the movie Heart Like a Wheel, the Shirley Muldowney
So
story.
Drag racer.
as we move into Last American Hero, that was Jeff Bridges. Beau Bridges was actually in Heart Like a Wheel. It was actually done really well. Maybe we won't add it to the list just for time, but Josh, great pull. Have seen it. 4 stars on that one for sure. But
All right, Last American Hero, 1973 film, early Jeff Bridges movie when he's like in his 20s, free to watch off YouTube. I found out about this earlier in the year, and so that's kind of why I added it to it because I really wanted to watch it. I just watched it a few days ago.
This was my addition to the list. And it was like I was trying, and I keep forgetting the title of it every time we talk about it.
But yeah,
The Jeff Bridges movie. Yes, that one.
Steven, take it away. Set it up for us.
Yeah, no, it's it was kind of more in, like they said, the Junior Johnson story, but a lot of the classic early 70s NASCARs that you remember, like Bobby Allison's maroon and gold 12 car, and a lot of those were
Richard Petty's cars in there.
that.
Yeah.
Very authentic, very well shot. Great storyline. Just like Grand Prix and Le Mans, you can kind of tell what era I'm into.
But what I think
yeah.
is Jeff
But
Bridges.
not like Born to Race. Way better.
Actually,
right.
This is actually good racing and a pretty, a gripping storyline, at least
Yes.
compared to some of these other movies from this time frame. Because I mean,
I actually caught it last fall for the first time on, I think it was on FX Movies.
because what
I was just flipping through and I saw race cars. I was like, oh,
Here we
so
go.
I left it on and I went, that's actually really good.
I thought the setup for it was great too, because Jeff Bridges, his dad, he gets arrested for bootlegging liquor, and so he decides to bail him out and cover costs by first competing in the local dirt circuit, but then eventually winning a ride for NASCAR. Would you guys say how accurate is this portraying early 1970s NASCAR for its qualification standards for entering a race for first-time drivers?
Almost perfectly.
Yeah, basically looking at a guy and saying, "I don't want you in my race." Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, pretty close.
But then Bridges pulls out the old rule book and says, look at this loophole. And there he goes.
My favorite line from that movie is, "You want a knuckle burger?"
Oh, God.
Knuckle burger.
Oh, man.
Oh, do you remember Brady 500?
Yeah, I do. Damn it, Josh.
Bobby Brady, a race car driver.
Josh Johnson
I
commenting.
remembered that one.
Corey, how about the Brady 500 LOL? I think it was a TV Brady Bunch movie where Bobby Brady is a race car driver. Didn't end well for him.
Come on, it should have been Peter, if any of them. Damn it.
Hey, what's up, Blaine Barnes Racing? Late to the party, talking racing movies. I think he's another one that was competing in the calendar entry contest there to get entered. Best of luck to him. I think he got into the next round.
No, I don't think he did.
shoot.
B-Main.
Yeah.
B-Main.
Oh, yeah,
There
that's
you
right.
go.
Yep.
I'm calling it though. He's getting a win next year.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
He's been
close.
running.
Yep.
Way he was running towards the end of the year. He's getting his
The
win.
second half of his
Yeah.
season was excellent.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
just to watch him go from just hanging on and staying out of trouble to going, screw that, I can race with these guys now.
Yeah.
And he's starting to. And then he gets out of the car and he's just like a kid again. I love that family.
Him
Great kid.
and Maverick Strand.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. Best of luck to them for their 2026. Welcome to the show, guys. Blaine Barnes commenting, we are in the B-Main. Casey Status, has anyone seen the movie Moonrunners? Had some good old racing scenes in it. It is also the movie that created Dukes of Hazzard. Completely
I've not seen
unfamiliar
that
with
one
it.
yet. Where's it at, Casey?
Where
can we find it?
Streaming, let us know. Moonrunners, we'll add it to the list. All right, how are we feeling about Last American Hero? How it's rating? I'm debating 3 or 4. 4 stars?
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
give it
100%.
All right, Last American Hero.
We might have to
4
do a
stars.
part 2 and 3 on this show.
Gosh, I was gonna say.
Probably.
Let's go. Try and wrap it up here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Here, let's see if we may have to do some rapid fire. Let's see how we can go. Next up, the big.
We won't talk about a lot of these very long.
Yeah, some of
We
these,
go down the-
some of
as
these
we
may
go.
just spend a minute or two on. Let's see if we can
Yeah.
wrap this up within 15 minutes here. The Big Wheel, 1949, streaming off Amazon Prime or Tubi. I started to watch it off Tubi. This is the one I left off on. Got about a half hour in. Early Mickey Rooney, like in his 20s, who was new to town, getting a job, and his mom's an old acquaintance of a mechanic. He starts driving at the old track, and that's as far as I got. So
It's funny because Mickey Rooney back then played how many different characters in his career, but he's just one of them guys, and all of us being around the racing world, you go, Ain't no freaking way that guy's a race car driver.
No way.
It's just he doesn't even look. You couldn't act good enough to act like a race car driver because you just don't look like you are.
He was the male child star opposite Judy Garland.
Yeah, he played a kid until he was 50 years old.
He did.
Until they invented color.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
how believable of a race car driver could he be?
I was saying before the
Blaine
show.
Barnes looks older than 90% of Mickey Rooney's career.
Oh.
And he's what, 13?
Oh gosh, yeah. I was saying before the show, I loved him in Dirty Work. That's what I most recognize him.
I liked him in The Wizard of Oz. Wasn't he one of them little guys? No, he wasn't.
Oh man, yeah. I wish I had a chance to finish it. I was looking to shape up to be pretty decent from the first third I saw. Anyone else get a chance to see it at all? This is a recommendation.
I have not, unfortunately.
Recommendation from Mike Witherall, go-kart driver and River City Speedway flagman. So yeah, that's I asked
I
him
think they
one
actually
day.
sell copies of this at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame.
Really?
So
But next up,
must not be that bad, though.
I thought you were going to say like a kids museum or something.
What are you going to give the big wheel for stars?
Well, so far I was thinking 2 or 3.
Well, I put
kinda
3 just because we haven't, we need to give it a chance.
Need
I
to give it a
guess,
fair
you know.
shake.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we only got like 5 more of these to go here, so we're actually not doing too bad. But these are some heavy hitters here. Next up,
Josh Johnson's favorite, I think.
So next up, Six Pack from 1982. This is another one. I'm talking to some go-kart drivers about favorite racing movies. A few of them mentioned this one is a good one to see. I couldn't find it on any streaming services. That's where a race car driver is driving to a race in a motorhome with his race car on a trailer. His car gets stripped of parts, and he ends up with 6 orphan kids on his way to the race. Anyone in the table here familiar with Six Pack?
Yes, I am. It should have been on like the Hallmark Channel. It's one of those. You know what I mean? It's Candice Bure should be in it if it was redone now. It was just that kind of a deal. Kenny, all of a sudden, he's got all these kids. It's a feel-good movie. It really is.
Yeah, it's a good movie to watch with the kids.
Yeah, it is.
I did watch the trailer. I did like, this seems like a really good family movie.
Yeah.
The only critique I have of it is this was right around the time he started Gambler Chassis. Why didn't he do it with a sprint car?
Right. Yep.
I see some more
Because
comments.
they wreck.
Could add a smaller trailer too.
Right.
Because the movie would have been 3 hours long.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about Six Pack?
I saw what you did there.
Were you saying 2 stars, John?
I would. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know if it's
2 and
worth
a half,
3.
just because it's
between 2 and 3.
I throw
one of
it
those
in
guilty
I-
pleasures.
I always rate higher. I go 3.
3. Okay, 3 stars for Six Pack. All right, good deal. Some more comments coming in the chat. Some people answering each other's questions there. Joshua Johnson answering Kevin Pappenfuss's question. What was the movie with Richard Pryor? Greased Lightning, the Wendell Scott story.
It is unbelievable the stuff that Josh knows. He is the biggest race fan in this area.
Good morning.
Richard Pryor in a racing movie.
Yeah.
That's one that needs to be watched.
Oh, gosh.
He didn't even swear in that movie, if I remember
So-
right, which is weird.
Which is wild.
Okay, Greased Lightning. I got so many recommendations. Thank you, chat. Keep it coming.
Another Bridges Brothers movie.
Okay.
Bo Bridges is in that movie also.
Oh, okay.
Wendell Scott. All right, Daryl Works. Good morning, everyone. Great show, guys. Some old movies there. Dale Earnhardt movie 3. That's on the list here.
That one's
John's
coming up.
probably seen that one. Cheers.
We might have to spend a week, compile as many movies as possible, and just put a list out there. Put it up on the GFBS site.
I'll have to
That would be
break down
cool.
our rankings on here, and
Yeah.
I'll make sure to verify it with you guys before we do it here. Brina saying, good morning. Next up, here's the heavy hitter here, Days of Thunder, 1990. I have the Blu-ray for this, so I was able to rewatch it on the Blu-ray.
The final 4-star.
Oh, gosh.
For me, 100%.
It's a Mount Rushmore one. I mean, it made racing famous back in its day. You can tell when NASCAR's at its peak or getting close to its peak by the fact that Hollywood shows up.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones I can I'll quote daily. The one bad thing, I'm going to call someone out right now if he's watching, but I did. You might have been there. Did a Days of Thunder quote at the shop, and Mike goes, "Huh?" And I went, "Days of Thunder."
Yeah.
Never seen it, and I was like, "I know you don't watch movies, but you had to have seen that one. Like,
Nope.
come on."
I
think we should force him to
never
watch
watches.
it.
He never watches movies, but he can tell you what happened at the '93 Knoxville Nationals.
Yeah.
So he's
wa-
a nerd in other ways.
We watched the 1998 Outlaw Banquet yesterday at the shop. It was like, dude, can we watch some racing?
No, wait. You got to watch this part coming up.
I don't want to watch the banquet. Anyway.
Hey, look, this is from a year ago today. My one and only trip.
Oh man,
But
yeah.
just
you gotta
some of
make
the
more.
things, so it's not just Days of Thunder itself. They did, I think Fox Sports 2 years ago did a couple years ago for the anniversary, whatever it was, 30th anniversary of how they shot it and what they did to shoot it. And it's incredible the way they shot it. Ridley Scott, the way, and some of his, he would lay on the track, like on the racetrack, and have the car go flying by him just to get some of these shots.
And you know, there's even some sprint car love in this too, because Tom Cruise, they build him up. He's like, oh, he's a former IndyCar driver and a 2-time World of Outlaw winner and
three All-Star wins.
yeah, and so they
He's
build
running
up,
ASA.
but first time racing NASCAR, and you know, this movie still holds up. It's so much fun to watch all these years later, whether it be from Tom Cruise sucking in the first like chunk of the season, they're constantly wiping out, and to like the wheelchair race, to how they explain drafting, and so many other great memorable scenes. What are some of your guys' favorite standout scenes from Days of Thunder?
Oh, I mean, it's tough to really choose it all. The last race is always the best one because it's so cartoonish, but still awesome. It's entertaining.
The car rental is great.
The montage, is probably one of the best. But some of the things that I remember from it that I like the most is that you don't realize how much of it was actually shot at like Volusia. When it was still paved. And like all the scenes from Bristol except for the flyover, those are all at Volusia. And because in the scene where they're doing the tire testing and everything, that's at Volusia also. Oh. And you can actually see it if you go to that track. You can see all the buildings and everything.
Well, wasn't that where they had the shop? You had the old shop, like in an old farmstead or something out wherever.
Yeah. That farmstead still, or that building, that shop.
Because there's a lot of, that's the one part I really liked about it, because there are a lot of places like that.
I love the building of the car at the beginning, the first car, for sure.
Yeah, so many. Yeah, this movie still holds up. Rewatching this a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Ketchup packet scene or whatever that was.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Sugar.
It was sugar. Okay.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, was it Sweet and Low? I think. Yeah. Oh, or whatever it was. Yeah. And then just what was your guys' favorite car? The Chevrolet City, the Mellow Yellow car, or the Superflow?
Oh, Mellow Yellow one by far.
Yeah.
I'm more of a City Chevrolet.
Oh man.
Just because that's how it all started.
And the movie did gangbusters, $157.9 million off the $60 million budget.
Also, our guest last week, his first car was based off a City Chevrolet.
Corey Palm. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's right.
It's a great story.
I remember his rap now, but gosh, yeah. Days of Thunder, regardless, safe to say, 4 stars.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Must see.
Yeah.
100%.
And probably a Mount Rushmore of racing movies, safe to say. Joshua John.
Just because Robert Duvall.
Yeah, Robert
That
Duvall.
too.
Bobby.
The quotes. Oh,
Well,
man.
the funny-
How accurate that is of Harry Hyde stuff too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I saw an interview on YouTube with Harry Hyde, and he literally is describing almost all of the shenanigans that Robert Duvall portrayed.
And you know, that's the funny thing. Robert Duvall, in my opinion, I mean, of course, everybody's seen Days of Thunder. In my opinion, Robert Duvall acted like he knew he should be playing that part. He knew, Tom Cruise still, just to me, doesn't. Okay, you weren't really believable as a fighter pilot, really, to me. You're not really believable as a NASCAR racer to me, but Robert Duvall was. I thought he was.
Tom Cruise actually ran those cars and ran them at,
I know.
at speed.
I know.
But my funniest thing
John
about
C.
that,
Reilly
and then
also.
we'll move on.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Duvall, 1990 is also when the third Godfather came out. So he decided to do that except instead of the third Godfather.
Oh, that's right.
So they had to write Tom Hagen out of the third Godfather because he was doing
He's probably
Days of Thunder.
glad he did, because the way
So-
Godfather 3 was perceived anyways.
Yeah, because Godfather 3's kind of depends on how you think of it. But
All right, so there you go. 4 stars for Days of Thunder. Some interesting comments coming in. Mike Speaker, Steve Kinzer collected his 9th Nationals win over Stevie Smith.
no,
and
he
Mark
said,
Kinzer in
and I don't know who
1993.
Steven Kinzer is, but anyway.
I thought it was Steve Kinsner.
Joshua Johnson, I'd love to see what Speed Channel did in the mid-2000s, hosting a late-night car movie one night a week and call it The Lost Drive-In. Oh, yeah, that's right, the Speed Channel. Gosh, pouring out for the Speed Channel. That's right. Or
I
Speed
think
Vision.
Mike meant to put a comma in between there. Steven Kinzer collected.
Oh,
Okay, let's bump this up. We'll just give it a quick minute. It deserves. Oh man, what Joshua
it's
Johnson?
coming, Josh. It's coming.
Well, gosh, I got some thoughts about the movie Driven. Joshua Johnson. The movie was terrible, nostalgic. Now seeing early 2000s IndyCar, but Driven. Sly Stallone. Yeah, even Sly Stallone said in interviews he regrets doing that movie. If you saw F1 the movie this summer, it's almost a new, better version of Driven. Actually, that's next on the list. Formula One the movie 2025. Joseph Kosinski film. He did Top Gun Maverick. He did Oblivion. He did Tron Legacy. Awesome director, nailed it out of the park with this movie. Actually, I saw this movie 3 times this year already. That's how much I loved it.
I've watched it many times too.
Yeah, I got.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, easily my favorite movie of the year.
I think Amanda talked about it very highly. So
Is that Brad
that's all
Pitt?
Yeah.
When they get to points.
Oh, was it really?
When they get to points in the movie where, normally Hollywood makes it really cartoonish and stretches the truth a lot,
yeah.
they kind of dial it back, which I think is really good. And they give a little bit more realism to it. And, when Brad Pitt's character in there is doing dumb shit, basically. They actually kind of show that he's actually thinking about it.
Okay, because again, going back to it's a racing movie. Is it any good? Brad Pitt, what was the one where he was the tank commander? I'm gonna go. My job is to kill Nazis.
Oh yeah,
Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds. I mean, I loved him in that movie.
I was going to be the first one to reference that movie. And because
it's just, I'm just wondering. I loved him in that movie, but I wonder how he is as a race car driver. So I have to watch out.
As a 60-year-old race driver movie, I mean, this is almost exactly the same premise as Driven, where they pull Brad Pitt out of retirement. Well, at least F1 retirement, anyways, and because they have him doing this crazy. There is a crazy over-the-top 24 hours a Daytona race where I'm like, I don't know if they actually like fireworks off on the racetrack during the race, but that's your great trailer footage. That was good dumb stuff, but the way they pull them in and they actually make it believable, and like they have them mentoring this rookie driver along the way for this this fictional F1 team, and then the way they shoot the racing for F1 style racing too, and they explain safety cars, but they don't over explain it, and the announcers
they use the actual announcers for the races, which I think is awesome.
Alex Jakes and I forget the name.
Lee Diffie is doing one of them too, isn't he?
Oh gosh,
I think Lee Diffie's in like one of the earlier scenes.
I want to say like the opening.
He's in the
Daytona
opening
race. Yeah,
because he does the 24 of Daytona, I believe.
Yeah, but Alex Jace, love him. Crafty is amazing, and was it Jillian Palmer, maybe the other one? But yeah, the way they do the announcers are great, explaining the intricacies of F1, but not going to the super techie details. But
they don't make you feel stupid for watching it.
Yeah, and they don't. Yeah, and they have some fun. A little bit of romance in there, but not too much. But it's the way they pull it off. Love the entire ride. It's a little bit on the long side. It's my only little nitpick of it, but again, it's 9 races, and they dedicate some races they spend a lot of time with. The other races, they just kind of give little small doses. But then the last race, they kind of go all out for, pull out all the stops with a terrific last race. Just thoughts from you guys on. I love this movie.
I do too. It's terrific. I think it's one of the best ones that's ever been made, and thankfully we've had a pretty good run of good movies that have been made about racing, and it's one of them. It's one of them I've watched multiple times since it came out on Prime. And I'm not paid by Prime, by the way, but it's one of the best ones. I've watched it multiple times. It's fantastic. Put it up to the top.
Okay, F1, 4 stars. All right. Well, unfortunately, we may have to rapid fire this, so let's do 30 seconds of movie here with maybe a couple of other examples. Maybe just do a minute here and just give our quick rapid fire thoughts here, and then just our star rating. Gran Turismo 2023, based off the hit PlayStation video game series, based on a true story of the driver Jan Martinborough, winning an esports tournament to become an actual endurance race car driver. This was way better than I thought it would be.
Great movie, but I give it 3. I wouldn't necessarily have it as one of the top movies and a must watch, but yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, same here. I really enjoyed it. Dave Arbor is a good mentor, good coach, but yeah, I'm the same boat. Steven or John?
I haven't seen it.
Nope.
All right, Gran Turismo, 3 stars. This next one, really great. 2013, the movie Rush. Chris Hemsworth portraying James Hunt and Daniel Bruhl as Niki Lauda. Their awesome rivalry during one of the most iconic seasons in F1 racing.
A very well done movie. Racing scenes are great.
Good movie.
It's great.
Put it up in 4. It's a great one.
I didn't remember what the title of it was. I was just thinking in my head. I was like, what was the Niki Lauda movie? And I'm going down. Was it Rush?
Yeah.
And we got to it, and I went, oh, that's 4.
And what I got to say about it is
it's awesome.
Going back live in concert with a girl drummer. Rush. coming up.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
fantastic.
Actually. I'm a huge Rush fan. So.
Have you watched her on YouTube?
She's awesome.
Oh, she's
She can drum.
amazing.
I mean, think about it. You got such an underrated guitar player, and you've got probably the best bass player who, you know, and
Not nameless
You don't
Claypool.
think they're going to just pick somebody because she's good looking or whatever. They're going to obviously they know who's good and not. But anyway,
she's
there we go.
All right, Dan Wisco. Corey makes the evening fly by with his witty banter and great racing action calls too. Happy to see him in the area along with John and Dale too.
Aw, thanks,
Keeping
Dan.
up the great work, guys. What's up, Dan Wisco? All right, next up here, we alluded to it a little earlier. Driven from 2001. Hey, it's on Amazon Prime.
Everyone's favorite.
Yes,
everyone's favorite.
Oh
It
gosh,
stinks.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Yeah, this
It
one
is,
is.
yeah.
This one is. Yes,
No,
Driven.
I'm gonna disagree. It's so
What?
bad I enjoy it.
You know, maybe
What-
a couple of scenes, but
Well, a couple of the things I like about it is one of the drivers is Sunshine from Remember the Titans. One of the other drivers is Hugo Stieglitz from Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I just whenever it's on, I watch it.
What do you give
it's
it?
Not,
2?
It's
Yeah,
not great
I'm
at all.
going with 2
The
stars.
only redeeming quality is you got Paul Page in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's doing the commentary.
Oh,
That's
I
the
get
only
it.
redeeming
Yeah.
quality.
I give it a 3
Yeah,
every day.
Very,
That's a 3 for me.
very just unfitting soundtrack. I'm like, why are these songs playing? None of this matches. This is so awful. There's some cool wrecks they have in the penultimate, like but the way it occurs and the way it breaks down is so.
It's almost like The Devil Wears Prada, only racing.
And then
like.
a fun, dumb PR event where both, Sly Stallone.
That's why the
and-
PR event. That's
the
right.
PR event.
They start the car up on the street.
Yeah, and they cause havoc, almost causing so many racing incidents in the street, pursuing each other, Sly Stallone chasing them as the drivers get, and then just horrible romance storyline that goes all. I can't even get into it. The movie's awful. I want to give it 1 star, but because of some dumb, campy, fun moments, I'll give it 2 stars.
Okay, I love it. I always give it a 3.
Corey?
I don't even give it 2. I give it 1.
1. Okay, I'm with you between.
If we
1
have to
and
give,
2.
if we have to give it something, is that the lowest? Or
1 star.
1 star? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1.
Okay. All right, you convinced me. I'm putting it to 1. Steven's giving it a 2.
I'm a fan of it.
All right.
No, I gave it a 3.
He already said he overrates things. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
here's one that I'm sure a lot of younger people may want. It seems to be, besides Days of Thunder, talking to a lot of other drivers in interviews afterwards, I say a favorite racing movie. A lot of them go to this 2006 movie, Talladega Nights. We kind of referenced it a little earlier. What are your thoughts when you think of the Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly classic, Talladega Nights?
Baby Jesus.
Comeback story. What can I say?
Cash Schmaltz, his go-to, his current
I liked
racing scheme for his karts.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, Cash Schmaltz.
Well,
yeah,
you look at
Wonder
the sign
Bread.
over at
don't
Forks
hate it.
Radiator over there.
I don't hate it, but I don't put it at the top, so I would put it in the 3-star range.
I'm gonna be
want-
very unpopular here. I can't stand it.
It's just a comedy to me. It's
hate
not
it.
a racing movie. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Just like the figure skating movie that he did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
That was
absolutely
totally
hate it.
accurate.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's fake.
Yeah.
I do like. There are some of the gags in here I enjoy. Like I think the way he Will Ferrell gets the one PG-13 F-bomb in here, where I definitely appreciated that. And
You can't tell me that if you put a cougar in the back of a 16.9 Chevelle, that it's not going to make you a better race car driver.
Yeah.
Not a single person has tested this theory out that I know of, so you cannot disprove this theory right now.
and
Bullshit if you think so.
And,
think otherwise.
and I will say there are some scenes in this movie I thought, okay, this is dumb. They're taking that I can't. This is pulling me out of the movie at the time. There's no way you could finish a race in a podium position backwards. But I saw Lily Jarvis win a heat race at go-karts backwards last year.
That's why we call him Spin to Win Witherell.
And
My first go-kart win, I was backwards.
and then just last weekend
I was spun out.
in NASCAR Cup racing, top 5, I think, finishes at the Roval backwards. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, this
that
is a
happens
thing.
every other year at that track.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a treat. But yeah, how are we feeling about Talladega Nights? It's kind of interesting. I wanted to rewatch it to see how it holds up. I only saw it the year it came out.
If you want to watch a comedy, I'd give it a few stars. If you want to watch a movie about racing, no.
No.
No, yeah.
1.
I'm debating between 2 and 3.
I thought it was a documentary.
Oh. We'll go 2 stars for Talladega Nights. 2 stars. All right, Corey, this is one you recommended me, the documentary One from 2013. I watched it streaming on YouTube for free. It's also on Amazon Prime.
It's actually, you have 2 movies right together here, and it's actually kind of a continuation of the first movie, which actually you have second, F1 Drivers, a.k.a. The Quick and the Dead, which was in 74, because a lot of the same scenes are used in there because it's documenting the entire history of at that time up in Formula One racing, including a lot of the wrecks and a lot of the safety innovations that have been going on in there. So you can watch both of them back to back. The first one, F1, the F1 drivers, the Quick and the Dead, that one is a lot more brutal. They show every fatality that happened that was on camera. And
Unfortunately, Roger Williamson, sad fire, and
flopping half out of the cars, and
yeah, it is really brutal if you can get past that. It's a fantastic movie, though.
Really
as
good.
far in the scenes that they shot too at that time. Again, a lot of the early days of
Death.
onboard cameras,
Yes.
and they got almost a full lapper on the Nürburgring. And it's one of those where, they did a lot of drugs to make that movie. When there's lots of psychedelics involved in that one. So if you're into that, watch that movie.
I saw them both. I saw them both, and I believe I saw them back to back. One is, a little more recent, 2013. They even interviewed some more current drivers at that time. A young Lewis Hamilton, I think only with one world championship under his belt by then, pre-dreads. And,
only had one cornrow going then, or what?
Oh man! And then Michael Schumacher before his accident, right before his accident.
One is a terrific movie. Both of them are great. I would put them in the 3 range for both of those movies.
Same.
And one is just like I said, it's a lot more tamed down than the original. The racing scenes and stuff in there are, again, they progress throughout the movie with the songs that were playing at the time on the radio, the popular songs at the time in the races. So, and they kind of weave that in there quite a bit with some of the racing footage. And you see all the innovation of Formula One from the beginning stages all the way up to, at that time, 2013-ish era. And it's a great documentary.
See, I'm taking notes on all of this because I'm going to go home and watch some of these.
So both One and F1 drivers, aka the Quick and the Dead, both are free to watch on YouTube. Check them out. Or, Quick and the Dead is free to watch off Tubi, but it's also on Amazon Prime. So there you go. Next up, Weekend of a Champion, 1972, from Roman Polanski.
And
No way.
yeah, it's following Jackie Stewart around Monaco.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's a great one also.
Yes.
And again, another snapshot in time. I keep
Back
redundant.
when I liked Jackie Stewart.
Well, it
One I could not
must be
track
shot,
down.
must
I
be
wanted
shot
to
well
see.
then.
Yeah.
Again, Roman Polanski, say what you will about him, but guy can make some damn good movies.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So I didn't. Is it on Prime, Corey? Weekend of a Champion. I couldn't track it.
Yes,
down.
that one
Okay.
is.
Prime Weekend. How would you rate it?
I would put that towards the 3 range,
stars?
lower
I would
3.
say 3 to 4.
Okay.
A 3.4.
A lot of audio issues because they didn't know how to record race cars at the time, and then you're trying to do it at Monaco, which obviously for sound is not going to be very good with all the buildings.
And they're going to pick Monaco because of its Monaco.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yep.
Joshua Johnson, I think we'll be talking about this in a little bit. I think Pixar did a really good job doing Cars and Turbo geared towards kids, but they did a really good job on both. We'll be talking about that in a little bit here, but next up, this is one we talked about on past. I think Dirty Thursdays are on my movie show I do here on GFBS every now and again, big screens and TV streams. John, I think you're on to talk about it, the 2019 dirt racing movie with late model cars, Trading Paint.
I am avoiding this one because I just don't want to hate John Travolta.
I know.
Because I have not heard good
what's
things
gonna make
about
you
it.
hate him?
Oh gosh, yeah.
This movie is going to make you hate him?
Fanatic, that will make you hate him.
Why? What other ones was he bad in?
The Fred Durst directed Fanatic. Oh man,
It's a horrible movie.
Yeah, it's awful.
Horrible
I think
movie.
they were shifting
Oh man.
in a late model.
Yeah.
It was this movie was bad. It's so bad that I forgot about it.
Yeah. Michael Madsen's a veteran late model driver who owns kind of doesn't want anyone to step on his business here and hires some enforcer drivers to take out this up and coming drivers.
dumb.
It's
I have one word written about Trading Paint. No.
John, you kind of gave me the heads up about. I think Paul actually gave me the heads up about it. You said you're familiar with it. And I was actually looking forward to watching it. It was on Netflix. I don't think it's on there anymore. It's on. I believe I got it on Amazon Prime, or it's on Pluto TV. Also, if people use that. But I am not a fan of it at all. This is it. I think this is an easy 1 star.
Yeah. I just said no.
Yep. No. Okay.
Just
I won't
because we
even give
have
it a
to give
star.
it a star.
Just because it has to have one.
Yep. Okay. Next up, this one's a good family film. I wanted to rewatch it. It's on Netflix. Netflix original from 2020. Go-karts.
I think I started it but didn't get very far into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's great by any means, but it's a nice, good family film where a teenage boy moves to a new town, discovers, hey, I got a thing for this go-kart racing, and to succeed, he must overcome and gets a little reckless, gets help from a mentor, starring William Lauder and Francis O'Connor.
Another Hallmark.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, again, not anything
like
great, but a good family film. Yeah, I mean, it's low budget. You could tell, there's no big names in it or anything. But and then it's one of the few movies that focuses on go-kart racing for the entirety of it. So that's one I
That's
give
the
a little
only
bit of
thing
love.
that's good about it is it did focus on go-kart racing.
And the thing is, people around the world don't realize what go-kart racing is, especially in Europe. There's guys making millions of dollars racing go-karts.
You see it in the Senna documentary.
Yeah,
That's how he got started. But
and the beginning of the Netflix series on Senna as well.
Yes.
So
Yep.
So I'll just give it 2 stars. So yeah. So there you go. Go-karts on Netflix. John, this is one you recommended. I did not get a chance to see it. It is streaming on Disney Plus. The Art of Racing in the Rain from 2019. Talk to us about it.
That is these are the kind of movies where it involves a dog. And we're dog people. They're family to us, my dogs. And I don't like it when any animal dies in a movie or anything, but watch this one. It's pretty cool. It's a good movie. I'd give it 4 stars.
So this one is, I guess, it's through a bond with his owner, aspiring Formula One race car driver Denny, and played by Milo Ventimiglia. I'm sorry for butchering that. And his golden retriever, voiced by Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
They learn the techniques needed on the racetrack, and just kind of a big learning story.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'd
give it 4. It's worth watching.
that sounds adorable.
Corey, familiar with this one?
I have not had a chance to see that yet. No, unfortunately.
Well, I did.
But I guess if John recommends it, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean,
I definitely want. I tried to boot it up. I could not get it to work on my phone. The Disney Plus app was crashing out on me. But but I do have it at home. I have to boot it up on the old TV.
That was everyone signing back up for it.
you guys seen World's Fastest Indian?
Yes.
Joshua Johnson brings it up.
Anthony Hopkins.
It is racing, really, but it's salt flat racing. Trying to break speed records. Check that movie out. It is one of my all-time favorites.
Yes,
it
that
is
is
one
really
of
good.
my all-time favorites. Anthony Hopkins did a fantastic job. It's based on a true story.
And they do a good build-up to it, too.
They do, yeah.
Making him think that piece of thing
Yep,
is going to
yep.
break the record. And what a great final scene to build up.
Great
good
movie.
payoff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
2 more to bring up here to wrap it up. 3, the Dale Earnhardt story, an ESPN original with Barry Pepper playing Dale Earnhardt.
This one we
in
could
this
go.
biopic.
This one feels to me like Driven. It just depends on how you felt about it. There's a lot of continuity stuff. They'll just be like, "This is Richmond in 1995," and you'll see like a Tony Stewart 20 flag.
Yeah.
They're just continuity errors that didn't make it
I
great.
wanted to
told the
rewatch it.
story
It's been
well,
forever.
But yeah.
And this was just made 3 years after his death.
And see, that's the thing. I quit watching NASCAR for probably 3, 4, 5 years after his death.
I feel
it
like
just
they did a
changed
good
for
job
me.
researching a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that maybe some of us wouldn't have known otherwise.
I liked Dale.
I don't think it's the worst, but it's not the best either.
Too many people knew Dale as the Intimidator when people that really knew what was going on. He was a guy that gave a lot to a lot of people he didn't want recognition. You hear stories about some of his neighbors, because he's an old farm guy, some of these neighbors that got flooded out and have to replant their crops, where Dale just, I'll take care of it, and things like that. All those stories out there. I like I said, when he died, I quit watching NASCAR for quite a while. I did.
I didn't like in this movie how they portrayed Neil Bonnet. They made him sound like some slack-jawed idiot.
Yeah.
When Neil was very well spoken for
Very
somebody
well.
from Alabama.
Yep.
I mean, he had his own TV show.
Yeah.
When he was on the shelf.
Yeah, it wasn't like talking to the Burton brothers or anything.
No.
I really wanted to rewatch this movie. I didn't have time. It is free to watch on YouTube. I have the DVD of it. I loved it at the time. I watched it a couple times way back, but it's been forever.
And I know the rivalry with Daryl was intense,
It was
but they
pretty
kind of
heated.
did him a little dirty
Yeah, they did
too.
Daryl a little dirty, but yeah,
So,
whatever.
but-
Yeah, it was okay.
He had it coming.
Yeah, he did. He did.
But yeah.
I liked how they portrayed his dad. You got a little bit of dirt racing there when it's
Yeah.
covering Ralph Earnhardt's
yeah,
career.
Ralph, yeah.
And
The old garage.
how did you guys like the ending? It's a tricky beast for how to cover it. For me, I thought they.
It was okay.
I thought it was
all
a
right.
unique take on it, but
it was an all right ending, but
Yeah.
I think they just tried to make a sugary
Yep.
TV movie,
Yeah.
basically.
no. Okay.
It's all okay now, guys.
I was thinking 3 stars, but I think you guys talked me down to 2 stars on it.
I'd give it a low 3, but I'm fine with it being
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
And it's only because it's about Dale.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
All
exactly right.
Last thing to wrap it up with, I just kind of bunched them together, the trilogy of the animated Pixar movies, the Cars movies from 2006, 2011, 2017, and since they're Disney, they're all on Disney+.
I didn't realize the first one was that long ago.
Yeah, 2006, almost
Good
20
movies,
years.
all good movies, family fun. Disney, they do such a good job. They don't just cater to the kids. They put the little isms in there that adults catch and go, wait, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the kids will get that. Even though they're laughing, they don't really get it.
Right.
I liked it. It's good entertainment.
It's one of those ones I feel like there's like a top 3 on this list. It's Days of Thunder, Cars, and I forget which other one I was going to throw in there. Talladega Nights. But that's always one of the go-tos for, and you still see, and the reason why I say that is you see a lot of cars to this day in this area wrapped and made to look like the movie Cars. So
And love the name of the main hero, Lightning McQueen, and so many odes to racing's past in here. Paul Newman, his final role. I learned that on the documentary. You're watching that again here.
And George Carlin.
And George Carlin, his final role as well. Oh, man. Gosh, so many great. I rewatched it earlier this year. I was playing at the Empire Art House for their summer movies, family movie series. I took my niece and nephew to it. They loved it. They ate it up. It still holds up. The Pixar animation is exquisite.
ever since the mid-90s, it's been perfect. So yeah.
Yeah, going all the way back to Toy Story.
All the Toy Stories.
It's still a lot of fun to watch. And the way they build up to the final race here too, and just teaching turn right to go left, and all those fun things. I have never seen the sequels. I've been meaning to. I just never gotten around to it.
I would say the third one's probably the best of the sequels. Out of the second one was okay. The first one, of course, is always going to be the best one. But Cars 3 definitely stepped it up a bit. So.
I guess I'm unfamiliar. Joshua Johnson brought up in the chat a little bit earlier, Turbo. I guess I'm unfamiliar with that one. You guys, Turbo?
You'd have to tell me about it, and I'd tell you if I saw it or not.
Rings a faint bell, but I
think I remember vaguely coming across it in like the movie rack aisles there. I think that's a CG follow-up to it, but yeah, Cars. Love the first one. Didn't see the sequels. How are we feeling about Cars? That top tier?
Yeah, it's definitely top tier.
It's a 4 for sure.
Even the one that sucks was a good one.
Yeah, right.
It sucks only in comparison to the other two.
I mean, it's about racing, but it's not. I mean, it's a cartoon.
Yeah, and maybe a good way to introduce the little ones to get them into racing, possibly. Good gateway.
Exactly.
All right,
They need a cart. They need a animated racing one with like Johnny Quest or somebody racing. Make it more believable.
Gosh, yeah. Well, Casey's status saying I think you can watch Moonrunners on YouTube. If you YouTube, you can also watch a family feel-good movie called Champion. Oh, I think, or Champion. Okay, I'm unfamiliar with those. But guys, we went really long. But thanks for sticking it out with me. I think we just about did it. But so for 4-star movies, I'll just rate. I don't know. I think I'll try and type this up and get a little image here on our GFBS social media. But for our 4-star movies, this is what I have: The Art of Racing, Grand Prix, Le Mans, Formula One, the movie, Rush, Winning, The Racing Life of Paul Newman, Last American Hero, Cars, and Days of Thunder. Does that sound like a good 4-star tier of racing movies to recommend?
Sounds right to me.
And for 1 stars, I think all we have is Trading Paint and Driven. Almost. Yeah.
I have a lot more I could add to that list, but
You also, you got to remember too, we're all race freaks here. Not everybody's going to interpret these movies the way we do. We tend to criticize, critique because we know what it really goes on, but they're worth watching. I mean, most of them.
And I know that there's so much more we can. Well, sorry, cannot take that call if you're watching. I will take that later. But yeah, there's so much more. Is any last tidbits? I know we could cover so much more. Is there last little parting shots you want to give for any other last films that we did not get a chance to talk about here?
I mean, Stroker Race we got to put in the list.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Stroker
Race because Burt Reynolds, Burt and Hal. It's just a fun movie, and I would put that in around the 3 range.
I forgot we didn't talk about that.
It was so much Smokey and the Bandit-ish type movie, you know.
Yeah, that's a 3. That's a 3 to 4 too.
Ford versus Ferrari coming up in the chat. I forgot all about that.
We
Yeah,
got
that's a
about
big
3
one.
quarters
Ford
of the way
versus
through.
Ferrari, yeah.
Thought about that.
Dan Wisco, I like when local drivers put things on their cars for kids, whether they look like the car's characters or a Reynolds late model with the Lilo and Stitch.
Yep.
Thank you for that,
character.
Dan. We
Great for
we
kid
actually did that
pictures.
at Superior Customs.
Seth
So, that's
Clostrike
awesome.
and his mini great. He's got a lot of good family-friendly cars too, with the Turtles, Paw Patrol,
Yep.
so many
Yep.
good ones
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Turtles, yeah. I guess for me, I don't know if it's a little bit of a stretch for street racing, the original Fast and the Furious. So if you want to talk about street racing there, that's a little bit of a stretch, but that's a good feel-good, a guilty pleasure of mine. I love the Fast and the Furious. The originals were pretty much street racing.
There's a really good movie out about drift racing. Oh, wait, no, there's not.
Tokyo Drift.
Nothing good
Tokyo
about it.
Drift.
Yeah,
Fast
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious.
I
Tokyo
hate
Drift.
to say it, I'll watch Gone in 60 Seconds whenever it's on. but-
Gosh. Thank you, chat. A lot of people throwing a lot of good recommendations for things I have not seen. I got a lot of homework to see. We'll try and do an official list, but I think we're about done, wrapped up. But as we always do, Corey, any big special shout outs, thank yous, anything we missed you want to wrap up with here?
Well, I gotta say, I gotta give you some props, Dale, because I got a chance to watch a few of your broadcasts this year when I wasn't doing anything. If we had a weekend off, and you've made some big steps as an announcer, and I really enjoy that. And you're doing a hell of a job, man. And so I appreciate you bringing me in here today. Nothing
thank
against,
you.
Nothing
Thank you,
against
thank you.
John, because
Appreciate
John's
that.
already great. but
He has come a long way.
But
I'm trying.
I gotta give all you guys a lot of credit up here, and of course, Brina. I know you were watching earlier. Keep doing what you're doing. You do a fantastic job, and you're bringing a lot to this sport, and you're bringing a lot more than you even know. So you're doing a fantastic job. Everybody's doing a great job up here, and I just wish I had somebody like that down over where I'm at, where I can throw it to, and just be entertained myself along with it.
Yep.
And you guys are doing some good stuff up here, and I really like it.
Oh, thank you, Corey, for all the love. Stephen Lewis, any parting shots from you before we wrap up here?
No, I don't really have anything. Just go back home and get ready for the Jets game tonight. We're in Philadelphia. We're in Philadelphia tonight,
Yeah, the
so we'll
Wild
see
play
how
tonight,
that
too.
goes. So, but
Yeah.
John Roberts, final words.
December 20th, 21st, Gerald Deerdahl Memorial at Pine Lake, Minnesota, over at Gonvick Gully, that area there. One of the biggest cross-country snowmobile races in the country. I am very lucky I get to call the races. Scott Schuster, I'm going to be hanging out with him and some of the guys over there. So we'll be in Shuey's his auctioneer truck. And I guess I haven't called a snowmobile race in probably 40 years since going up to Thunder Bay and doing the 500. So it'll be fun. Now they've got live timing just like we do it up in the press box at the racetracks and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I know they got races coming up in Manville this year too.
we might
which is
have to
gonna
have
be fun.
Schuster in the studio
we will
here if we
have-
can grab him.
We will, and we'll probably get Deerdahl in here too. And
Nerdy Thursdays.
Nerdy Thursdays. Yeah,
yes.
we'll have a couple of more of those this year. I wish I was calling some dirt track races over the winter, but I'm not. But that's okay. This show makes it all fun. We can still talk about it every week. So,
Well,
thanks for inviting me.
Speaking of the winter stuff, I know we got the ice racing coming up here very soon. I've been working on something this off season for Underwood, and I will be calling a race from inside a car.
oh my
gonna be-
gosh.
Oh boy.
I'm going to be sitting shotgun with somebody.
Are you going to be back
this
seat
year.
or just side by?
Oh man.
Well, we're only allowed to sit in the front seat at that
Okay,
because
okay.
of the insurance. But I'm going to be sitting next to the driver. We're going to have in-race interviews. We're going to have,
Oh, man.
We're going to have live whatever, you know. I'm not going to really know what's going to happen until I get in this, but yeah, I've been working on this rig for a while, and so I invite everybody that wants to. When I
man.
put it out on Facebook that this is going to happen,
Yeah.
I invite everybody to come out there. I
man.
want to see people get video of that while they're
was about
listening
to-
on their car radios.
That
'Cause-
reminds me, the first time they ran buses in Grand Forks, it was during the fair. And they said, John, we want you to go down. There's a bus going to pick you up, and we just bring the cordless mic with you and talk about it as they're going around the track. So, all right, here comes the bus. I walk up to it. The bus stops. Door opens up. It's Mark Dobmeyer. Get in the bus, effer. And it was sheer terror after that. I know we were on two wheels. And I'm not even strapped in. I'm hanging right by the steps going out the door while he's just laughing. And anyway, okay.
Oh
For
man.
another show.
Corey, you got me
did
keyed up here.
did the design on a helmet for myself
Oh,
for this
man.
because you're supposed to wear a helmet
wow,
while
yeah.
in there. So I got an open face helmet and I did it
Cool.
up like Cole Trickle.
Oh, cool.
Breaking all. It
I
sounds.
did one like Dale Earnhardt too. You know the before one.
Yeah, yeah.
And And so it's I'm going to be
neat.
wearing that and calling a race from shotgun in the car.
Oh man,
We should try and get Mason down there.
Hey, there
Do
you
some
go.
onboard
Yeah,
stuff.
onboard, and we'll overlay it with your play. Oh my gosh, all kinds of new
Record the audio.
technological breakthroughs.
Yeah, we're just broadcast over a radio transmitter, so you should be able to pick it up pretty easy with just a small little radio.
All right.
cool.
Oh, man. Well, yes, keep us plugged in, Corey. We will have to do that. And with that, hey, Corey, thank you so much for coming on, man. This has been
Thanks
a blast.
for having me, man.
Stephen Lewis, John Roberts. Thank you, John. Good luck with Beats, man.
Yeah, we'll be back. We don't have a guest yet for next Thursday, Dirty Thursday.
Ooh, there
I
we-
don't think so.
We'll be
you guys got
recruited.
any ideas?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to make some phone calls.
I'll tell you off air.
right.
I do.
There we go. All right, we will wrap it up with that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for Dirty Thursday, brought to you by River City Speedway. John Roberts will be back in the host chair next week. You do not want to miss it. Many thanks, as always, to producer Paul in the booth. Thank you again to co-host Stephen Lewis and to John Roberts and to special guest Corey Litton. Make sure to like, share, tag, subscribe, follow GFBS on all the social medias, podcasts, and streaming apps. Pound that notification bell to receive the alerts for whenever we go live. And GFBS Dirty Thursday brought to you today by Rumor Sports Bar and Casino in the Grand Cities Mall. Make sure to check them out. Wall-to-wall TVs, UND Sports, your favorite teams on TV, buses to UND sporting events, and to all the big-name concerts. Speaking of which, buses to this weekend's UND hockey games for against the Minnesota Gophers, the big renewing their rivalry, the Fighting Sioux and the Gophers going at it. You got to get there through the Rumor Sports Bar and Casino bus. I've taken it before. It's only $5, and you get a free drink coupon for when you get back. It's like a free ride. You can't go wrong with it. That's Rumor Sports Bar and Casino in the Grand Cities Mall, open every day from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Paul, is there Brew Brothers on tonight? No Brew Brothers tonight, so we will be back with the update tomorrow morning on GFBS. That will wrap it up for this week's Dirty Thursday. Yo, the Forks are astounding. Grand Forks' best source gave them their identity back.